Okay, listen, ma. Listen. Just now I told you. Boys. So you have been discussing about the random variable and the problems based on that one and everything, right? Okay. So whenever we have discussed about the PMF as well as PDF. Yes or no? What is PMF? Probability mass function. PDF? Probability density function. Okay. When we discuss the problems, for each problem it was defined separately. So for discrete you are given the P of x value. For continuous you are given the f of x. That are general problems. But there are some standard distributions it is actually defined. Okay. Most of the problems will be discussed based on that standard distributions. So that is the next remaining topics of our unit 1. We are going to discuss standard distributions. Both in discrete case as well as in continuous case. For discrete distributions, we are going to discuss binomial, Poisson and geometry. For continuous case, we are going to discuss uniform, exponential and normal. Totally 6 distributions we are going to study. There are many other distributions also, but as usual it is not included in this syllabus. So we are not going to touch into that one. We are going to discuss only these 6 distributions. Okay, 3 in discrete and 3 in continuous. This is an important topic, ma. So here the possible questions are problems. Or otherwise, what is the possible question is? Derive the MGF, the mean and the variance of some particular distribution. Possible 8-mark question. Okay, you have to find the MGF and using that you have to find what is the mean and variance. It can be asked for any one of these distributions. Okay, here problem solving everything will be easy only. But for each distribution will be having a separate definition. You have to remember the definition thoroughly because using that as the formula only we are going to solve the problem. Okay, well, apart from that one you have to memorize what is the MGF, what is the mean and what is the variance for each distribution separately. Okay, ma? Yes? So in that one we are going to first start with the discrete which will be our binomial distribution. So take down discrete distributions. Discrete distribution. Discrete distribution. Discrete distribution. In that the first one, binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. So now in a binomial distribution you are going to perform a Bernoulli trial. What is the meaning of Bernoulli trial is that the experiment will have the possible outcome either as 0 or 1. Okay, the outcomes will be either 0 or 1. Then it is called as a Bernoulli trial. Okay, 0 or 1 is what is the meaning of? 1 is a success. 0 is a failure. So as usual the same concept of probability. Okay, either the outcome will be a success or it will be a failure. It is given as the values 1 and 0. That is called as the Bernoulli trial. So binomial distribution means what you are going to do is that you are going to repeat that Bernoulli trial for n number of times. This is a finite distribution. So n will be the number of trials. Okay, Baba. Okay. So what is going to happen n? N will be the experiment for 10 times, for example. 10 minus 1. What is 10 minus 1? Failures. Okay. So how many ways the success can happen? It can happen in my first trial, or it can happen in my second trial, or it can happen in my third trial. So how many ways it can happen? 10C1. So that is what we are going to say here. Here we are going to say the total number as n and x will be the number of success. So how many ways my success can happen? N C x ways. That is what we define here. N C x. Okay, we are going to discuss what is the probability value for getting a success x. We don't know at which trial it is going to happen. So it has n C x possibilities. So how many success is going to happen? X success. For first success, the probability value will be. For second success, the probability value will be. What is success? The probability of success in the mark. P again I am notation. Second success will P1. P square. P square. And third success will P cube. आपने ऊपर क्या सोचा? P power. Yeah, तब clear. एक एक्स्ट्रा सक्सेस का अंदर सक्सेस का probability value P है. I don't say P is the probability of first success. But x के इतना नंबर अंदर से वो probability value है P ना. அது first अंदर है probability value P ना, second time अंदर probability value P ना, third time अंदर probability value P. Okay, अब ना इन्ना वरुम. First success नालों P, second success नालों P. अपना मतलब रेंडु success के एवढा probability value. मतलब रेंडु success के 2. Again 3 success means 3, 4 success means 4, P power 4. अपना x success ना P power x. P power 4. X success means what will get? P power 4. Out of n, x is a success. So how many trials will be a failure? N minus 6. So the probability of failure will be q power n minus 6. That is how we combine our equation. Okay, now can you understand? This is how we are going to define our binomial distribution. For each success, we are going to define a probability value. Totally, I am going to discuss for 4 success. I am saying that I am going to conduct the experiment for 10 times. Okay, well, out of that, my target is to find the 4 success. Okay, so how many failures will be there? 6 failures. For my first success, what is the probability value? P. Okay, well, my second trial is a failure. Okay, what is the probability of failure? Q. Here I will take 1 Q. I am repeating the experiment for third time. I get it as a success. What is the probability value for that? P square. Don't say P square, ma. P power. I am getting independent trials. Okay, this is the result for my first time conducting the experiment. This is the result for second time conducting the experiment. This is the third time for conducting the experiment. Okay, how many times we are going to conduct? 10 times. Overall n is 10. 3 is completed. Now I say my fourth one. It is a failure. For that, what is the probability of failure? Q. Fifth one is also a failure. Q. Sixth one is a success. P. Seventh one is a success. 8, 9, 10 is a failure. Can you understand how? So how many P's are we getting for 4 success? P power 4. How many failures will be there? Q power 6. This is what we define our equation. Can you understand now? It was one time and 10 trials success அதுக்காக we are going to write it for 10 series. நம்ம அந்த எக்ஸ்பெரிமென்ட் 10 times repeat பண்ணோம். அந்த 10 timesல நம்ம x success வந்து எப்ப வேணாலும் நடக்கும். அதனால how many ways இது செய்து நம்ம இன்க்ளூட் பண்றோம். It can happen in 10 series. Okay, this is how we define our binomial distribution. புரியுதா? Each one is independent one. All are independent ones. So we are multiplying because I get them in all the 10 ways have is said to have a Bernoulli distribution. Is said to have a Bernoulli distribution. A random variable X is said to have Bernoulli distribution if it takes only values. If it takes only values 0 and 1, only value 0 and 1, comma, with 1 being, okay, continue, with 1 being considered as success, with 1 being considered as the success, and 0 as a failure, 0 as a failure, 0 as a failure, with associated probabilities, P and Q respectively, with associated probabilities P and Q respectively. Next definition. A random variable X is said to follow binomial distribution. If its PDF is given by PDF means what does it mean? Probability distribution function. Even if you write it as PMF, nothing wrong because this is a discrete one. Probability discrete function or mass function, anything you can write, is defined as probability of capital X equal to small x. Probability of capital X is equal to small x is equal to NCX P power x Q power n minus x. NCX P power x Q power n minus x, comma, x varies from 0 to n. X equal to 0, 1, etc. to n. It is defined only for a finite number of values. Right, this line where n is the number of trials. A random variable X is said to follow binomial distribution if its PMF is defined as written up. Probability of capital X equal to small x is equal to, write the formula, NCX P power x Q power n minus x. X varies from 0 to n. Right, where n is the number of trials, x is the number of success, n minus x is the number of failure, P is the probability of success, Q is the probability of failure. Okay, for each distribution, first you have to given the definition now. The next one, what you should know is how to find the MGF, mean and variance of that particular distribution. For all the 6 distributions, you should know this one. It is compulsory. As I told you, it is a possible 8-mark question. So now we are given the definition. Now we are going to find what is the MGF, right? MGF of binomial distribution. What is MGF? Expectation of e power tx, mx of t equal to expectation of e power tx. We are discussing this summation of e power px into p of x. Okay, here instead of p of x, we are going to substitute the definition of our binomial distribution. Okay, so substitute summation x varies from 0 to n, because in binomial x varies from 0 to n. So e power px definition ncx p power x q power n minus x. So the summation is dependent on which one, no? In the variable base for the expansion x varies from 0 to n. Here is substitute x equal to 0, x equal to 1, etc. We have to do the expansion. Before that, check whether any term is there which is independent of summation. Summation தேவைப்படாத மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு terms இருக்கான்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணு. எல்லாத்துக்குமே x இருக்கு. ஏதாவது ஒன்று பிடிச்சு கொண்டு வர முடியுமா? முடியாது. So have the term as it is. ஏதாவது ரெண்டு term ஒண்ணா கம்பைன் பண்ண வாய்ப்பு இருக்கா? Whether you can combine any two or three terms as one term. Possibility is there or no? No possibility. Can you combine this two terms? Yes or no? Both is power of x, right? E power tx can be written as e power t the whole power x. Any difference? There difference is correct. Correct ஓடுதுல. அப்ப நம்ம அந்த p யும் e power t யும் சேர்த்து ஒரே power of x நம்ம எழுதுறோம். So we are going to rewrite this as summation x equal to 0 to n ncx p e power t the whole power x q power n minus x. Q power n minus x. This is very simple one, ma easily get the answer. Now do the expansion x equal to 0. First term nc 0. What is nc 0? 1. nc 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0? 1. Q power n minus 0? Q power n. Plus x is equal to 1. nc 1. p e power t the whole power 1. Q power n minus 1. Substituting x equal to 1. Substituting x equal to 2. nc 2. p e power t the whole square. Q power n minus 2. Plus etc. This is finite series or infinite series? Finite or infinite? Infinite. Why infinite? I'm asking. Exponential. I'm asking whether this series is finite or infinite. I mean, I just stop it. Yes. We have to start the expansion from 0 and we will start the expansion at n. So finally, we are going to substitute x is equal to n. If you substitute x equal to n, what happens? ncn 1. ncn is 1. This will become p e power t the whole power n. This will be our last step. And q power n minus n will become 0. So this will become 1. So this will be our finite expansion. அதுக்குள்ள ஒரு infinite series இருக்கு. But we are getting this as a finite series. Tell me the formula for this one. Then the formula the answer is over. You have to simplify this series and it will give an answer. What formula? Here we are taking the help of the binomial series formula for a finite series. Okay, according to the formula, your answer will be q plus p e power t the whole power n. Your answer. How do you write this one to be that one is the binomial series formula for finite series? find? Any doubt? Any doubt, ma'am? Understood this MGF, ma'am? The next one, using this MGF, you have to find what is the mean and what is the variance. Okay, so write mean of binomial distribution. Mean of binomial distribution. Mean of binomial distribution. So using MGF, what are you going to find it? Morning we discussed, right? What is the formula to find mu1 dash mean? What is the formula using MGF? Please say it out. D by dt of ms of t at t equal to 0. Using this formula, we are going to find what is the mean. Substitute mx d by dt of q plus p e power t the whole power group at t equal to 0. Then take it outside. This we have to consider as one single toe because it is the power of n. What is the formula for x power n? X power n minus 1. Instead of x, we have this 2. So first you are going to do the differentiation for the power. So you will get it as n into q plus p e power t the whole power n minus 1. N x power n minus 1 formula. So you have done the differentiation only for the power. Now what we have to do is that do the differentiation for the linear thing. What is differential of q? 0 because q is a constant. Now we have to differentiate p e power t. P is a constant, it is in multiplication, it will be the same. What is differential of e power t? T a power t. This is the condition t equal to 0. Now substitute t equal to 0 there. Check what happens t equal to 0. N will remain as it is. What is e power 0? 1. So we get this to be q plus p the whole power n minus 1. Again e power 0 is 1. You will get this for the how do you simplify further? Any simplification possible? A plus b n minus 1 formula. Okay, tell me the formula. Q plus p. Multiply by q plus p. As it is NP. Out. As usual, I am forgetting the basic thing. What we discussed when we started the probability.
How many of the successes will you see equal to 1?
1. What is p plus q? 1. P plus q is 1. So you get the answer to be NP. That's all. எதை மறக்காதுன்னு சொல்றோமோ அதை மறந்துட்டே ஓகேவா? She asked you to write 100 times. Then you will remember, you will never forget. So since p plus q equal to 1, we get this answer simply as NP. That's all. So what is the mean of binomial distribution? N. Similarly, to find the variance. To find the variance, what you have to find? D of x square. What is that one? mu2 dash. So find mu2 dash. So mu2 dash is equal to d square by dt square of mx of t at t equal to 0. That is the formula. This is your first differentiation answer, ma'am. Okay. Now we are going to differentiate Before doing the differentiation, any constants are there? N, K, both are constants. Because we are going to differentiate with respect to T1. So N and P can be considered as constants. So N, P, A, T. Now we are having differentiation 2 2's. How do you differentiate now? Differentiate பண்ண ரெண்டு term இருக்கு. அப்ப எப்படி differentiate பண்ணுவோம்? யோகி product. What is the meaning of product rule ma? Take one as a constant and differentiate the other. அதான் வந்து product. Okay, so we'll keep this as a constant as it is, no changes. So q plus p e power t the whole power n minus 1 as it is. Now we are going to differentiate e power t. What is the differential of e power t? E power t. Plus, now the reverse rule. You are going to keep e power t as it is, no change in that one. Differentiate this two. As the same logic in the first differentiation. First you have to differentiate for e power. So what is the answer? N minus 1. Same. Q plus p e power t the whole power n minus 2. You have completed for power. Now do the differentiation for the inner two. What you are doing? P e power t. Because differential of q is 0. P is a constant. Differential of e power t is e power t. Yes, my dear. Who is the one? Understood? This is the first flow and this is the entire second flow. Product rule ma. In product rule, first you are keeping this as a constant and differentiating this two. Differential of e power t is e power t. Now you have to keep e power t as a constant. You have to differentiate this one. For this x power n formula, n is n minus 1. So n minus 1 is n minus 1 will give you n minus 1. Then again you are differentiating the integral. Clear? Now substitute t equal to 0. Substitute t equal to 0. Check what happens. Np as it is. What is e power 0? 1. What is p plus q? 1. What is e power 0? 1. So you get it as 1. Plus. Again e power 0? 1. N minus 1 you have as it is. What is p plus q? 1. And that you get it as p. So n minus 1 into p. Okay. So further simplification. Just rewrite this. Clear? What can we do with this term? How can we simplify? What is 1 minus p? Q. You can rewrite it as np into q plus np. If you multiply np inside, npq plus n square. That's how it various and square. N square, p square. This is our root 2 dash e of x square form. Find the variance. Variance of x is e of x square minus e of x the whole square. That is our variance formula. Substitute both the formulas. Npq plus x square p square minus. What is e of x? Np. So np the whole square. How can you simplify now? That's now. Both are same terms or not? So both cancels. Your base is simply np. So for binomial distribution, base is np and variance is np. What is the MGF? Q plus p e power t the whole power n. For each distribution, you have to remember 4 things. The definition, the MGF, the mean value and the variance value. Okay, we'll stop up to this one.